Have you ever looked at someone else and wished you had their life? Maybe their looks, their success, their confidence. Comparing ourselves to others is a habit we all fall into. But what if I told you that constantly comparing yourself to others can steal your happiness and peace? So, hello and welcome to Way to Enlightenment. Today I want to share a story about a crow who thought he was cursed by his color and his life, but ended up discovering a powerful truth about happiness and self-worth. If you're ready to learn a valuable lesson, stay with me until the end. This story will inspire you to embrace who you are and let go of comparisons. So, let's start the story. Once upon a time, there was a crow who was deeply unhappy with his life. Every day he looked at himself and thought, "Why did I have to be born a crow?" Nobody likes a crow. Nobody wants a crow as a pet. I am forced to search for food in the garbage, and people just see me as a nuisance. He felt plain, unwanted, and unloved. He grew more and more unhappy, convinced that his life had no value. One day, unable to bear his sadness anymore, the crow began to cry. A wise monk was walking nearby and saw the crow in tears. He approached gently and asked, "Why are you crying, little crow?" The crow looked up at him and said, "Isn't it obvious? Look at me. My life is hard and no one loves me. I spend my days searching for food in garbage dumps while others are admired and fed by people. I am black, I am unwanted, and I am alone." The monk listened patiently and then asked, "If you could be anyone, who would you want to be?" The crow thought for a moment and replied, "If I could choose, I would be a swan. Swans are beautiful, pure, and graceful. Everyone admires them. Their white feathers symbolize peace, and people treat them with so much respect." The monk smiled and said, "I understand. But before I grant your wish, why don't you go meet a swan? See how he feels about his life and ask how happy he truly is." Curious and hopeful, the crow flew over to a pond where he found a swan gliding gracefully on the water. He landed beside the swan and said, "Oh, swan, what a beautiful creature you are. Your white feathers are flawless and everyone loves you. Surely you must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan looked at the crow with a hint of sadness and said, "Who told you I'm happy? My white feathers, while admired, also make me feel invisible. My color is plain, and people often ignore me. They see me as a symbol of peace, but inside, I feel empty. I wish I had colors that stood out, something unique, something vibrant." Surprised, the crow asked, "You mean, even with your beauty, you're not happy?" The swan shook his head. "No, my friend. Beauty isn't enough to make a life happy. I feel unnoticed, like I'm just a blank canvas." The crow, feeling a bit puzzled, returned to the monk and shared what the swan had said. The monk listened and then asked, "Well, would you like to be a parrot instead? Parrots are vibrant and full of color. They're loved for their beauty and their ability to talk." Excited by the thought, the crow decided to meet a parrot to understand its life. He searched for a parrot in the jungle and found one sitting high in the trees. The crow approached the parrot and said, "Parrot, you must be the happiest bird in the world. Look at your beautiful green and red feathers. People love your voice. They teach you to speak, and you even get names. Surely you must be a very happy bird." But the parrot sighed and replied, "Friend, my colors may be vibrant, but they come with problems. My green feathers blend in with the jungle, making it hard for anyone to notice me. I often feel invisible, even with these bright colors. And while people may love me, they trap me and put me in cages just to hear me speak their words. They don't want to hear my real voice. They just want me to repeat their own." The crow felt even more confused now. He had thought that vibrant colors would bring happiness, yet here was the parrot, unhappy and feeling like a prisoner in his own beauty. The crow returned to the monk and told him about the parrot. The monk encouraged him to continue learning. He said, "Perhaps you'd like to be a peacock. He has the most stunning feathers of all birds. When he dances, everyone watches in awe. Surely he must be the happiest of all." The crow decided to visit a peacock. He found one in a large garden where people gathered to admire it. When the crow approached, he was dazzled by its colorful feathers. He said, "Peacock, you are truly blessed. Look at those colors, those patterns. When you spread your feathers, people stand in awe. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The peacock looked at him, sadness in his eyes, and said, "You see only the outside, my friend. You see beauty, but you do not see the pain. Yes, I am beautiful, but it is also my curse. Because of my beauty, people chase me for my feathers, to sell them and decorate their homes. I live in constant fear, always wondering if today might be my last. Beauty and admiration come with a cost." Disheartened, the crow turned back. He had seen that no creature's life was perfect, and that each one carried its own burdens. Returning to the monk, the crow finally asked, "What should I do? I thought others had better lives, but now I see that everyone has their own struggles." The monk smiled and said, "That's right. Each of us is unique, and each of us has both blessings and burdens. Happiness isn't found by becoming someone else. It's found by appreciating who you already are. Your life has value and meaning, just as it is. Comparing yourself with others can make you lose sight of what's good in your life, and it can rob you of true happiness." The crow realized his own worth. He looked at himself, his black feathers, his life of simplicity and freedom. He realized that while he might not be admired or colorful, he had something precious: freedom and the ability to live life on his own terms. He could fly anywhere, explore freely, and live a life without cages or fears. And that's the lesson for all of us. We often look at others and think they have it better, but remember, every life has its own challenges. Happiness doesn't come from having what someone else has. It comes from embracing who you are, appreciating what you have, and recognizing that you are already enough. Comparing ourselves only brings frustration and sorrow. Embrace who you are with all your uniqueness, because there is no one else in this world exactly like you. Remember, happiness isn't about being the most beautiful or talented. It's about being grateful for what you have and valuing yourself just as you are. If this story resonated with you, take a moment to like this video. Share it with someone who constantly compares their life with others. Also, subscribe to our channel for more motivational content like this. Remember, happiness isn't found in what others have. It's found in appreciating what you already have. So stop comparing and start embracing your own journey. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.